you know, I can't imagine a life without writing, but I did have that at that time. If you want to write, you can't write. It's like I accepted that, and I've just started what I thought would be a career at university. You know, my best friend, he edited an anthology, and he asked me, "Do you want to, you know, participate in it?" And I had one short story, and I said, "Okay." And then his editor read that story, and he called me and he said, "I want to meet you." And I went into Oslo, which was a big thing, you know, go to a real publisher, and I met him. And he said, "Do you have anything more? You know, I want to read everything you have." And I had nothing, really nothing. So then I hired a house in Kristiansand, where I grew up. Just went down there and started to write. And I could write. And I think that was because he kind of saw something in me, and that was enough. One person, you know, wanting to read. With my editor, we developed a kind of a routine. I was writing like 50, 60 pages, sent it to him. We talked about it. I wrote 50, 60 pages more. I was like finding something I always had been longing for, but I didn't really know it existed, you know. There's so many things I wanted to do in that book, which it doesn't really belong in the book, but I could do it, and then I did it, you know. So it's like fantastic parts, it's very realistic part, it's a historical part, it is essayistic parts, and it's not like they're integrated. So it's 700 pages of pleasure of exploration somehow. And it is also the intriguing fact that this really isn't related to me in any normal sense. I'm writing things that I never could think of. It's like there is something else coming out there, and I think it's almost a definition of writing. So it was a good time for me. So I got up at around, you know, 6 in the afternoon. I woke up, and then I sat and wrote all night until, you know, 8, 9 in the morning. And I was so obsessed. I remember my wife needed the computer for like 10 minutes, and I was so angry. I was sitting in a chair outside during the, you know, like a demonstration to wait. I couldn't even give her that, you know. It was terrible. I was so egocentric. It was so much this. It was the only thing that really I cared about for 16 months. Well, you know, when you write a book, you don't know why you're doing it. I think if you have a desire and an urge to do it, you don't know why that is. Could be many reasons, you know. But for me, this book was finished in the spring. So I was reading the proof when my father died. And I brought the proof with me to work on it in the house where he died. Coming there, experiencing what I was experiencing, I realized that the book was meaningless. This book was written to him. There is a very strong father figure in the book, which is my father, obviously. And I think what I wanted to do is very simple. I wanted to say to him, look, this is me. You know, you don't know me, you'll never know me, this is me. And that's strange to think of, because he never knew what I wrote, and he never knew about that side of, you know, me or but I really, really wanted him to see this, you know. I remember the first time I saw the actual book, because it was a surprising moment, because I hadn't got it from the publishing house. So I didn't know it was out in the bookstores. And then I was with my brother in a shopping mall of all places. And in the bookstore, there the book was. So I went in and I bought the book in the store. And I had this, you know, where should I put it in my shelf or not, you know? And I did for a while. I had it on K in my shelves, you know, like Kafka. And then I took it out and realized, no, I can't really do this, you know. Of course, it was a joyful moment, but also very strange. And then I didn't know what would happen with it, you know. It was also very scary to be out there. It was like, I got 2 pages a review in the most important newspaper in Norway, and I got the Critics' Prize. It was everything I dreamt of, I think. It destroyed me, really. I become unbearably narcissistic in a self-harming way. I couldn't take it, you know. So took it all inwards, and I was only talking about, myself, and really fucked up with everything, because I was kind of, I didn't really was prepared to be seen, to be talked about, to be out there at all. And I couldn't write after that. It was completely, I have 5 years without writing after that. So it really fucked up everything. And it was a lesson for life for me, because I thought what I wanted to be recognized, I wanted to be admired, I wanted to be loved, and I wanted to be famous for my books. I wanted all those kind of things, but in the end it didn't work. It didn't work at all, because when I got it, or elements of it, I couldn't write. So the following years was trying to very slowly find out what this really is about, which is writing and literary freedom, and that took me 5 years to find. That's a very helpful lesson, because now it is about writing, and that's it. And the rest is, it's completely unimportant.